Hi CAT 2026 aspirants. Welcome to the session, guys. I know you all have decided to take the CAT next year, but many of you must be wondering, my VARC is weak. I'm weak in overall reading. What do I do? How am I going to build up my VARC? So I'm here with all the answers to those questions. Please watch on, and there is only one way that you can actually build up your VARC, that is by way of reading. I will keep saying this throughout the year. I'll keep saying this even when you're done with CAT. I always say this, that you are trying to learn a language over here. VARC is unlike DI and QA, DILR and QA, where you kind of learn some formulae, you apply some techniques, you learn some tables by rote, and then you can still try to find the solution. No, here, if, just imagine this way. I know a little bit of French. वैसे जानती नहीं हूँ, फिर भी मैं जस्ट ऐसे ही फ्लेक्स मारने के लिए बोल रही हूँ, क्या हर्ज है उसमें. So I know a little bit of French, let's say. I can just, do ou, set, mais, je le pas, ima. Alright, ऐसा थोड़ा बहुत. Now what happens, I go to France and I decide to take a test. That gives you like 4 high level passages. Okay. A test that tests your ability to understand the nuances of French, the layers of French. Hai la, wo to mujhe aata hi nahi hai. Then what am I going to do? I cannot expect to ace that test without actually improving my level. So as the first thing, I'm going to start reading. Okay, I'm going to start reading here and there. Sirf here and there, love letters, WhatsApp messages, advertisements, those are not going to be enough. The news sections, no, not enough. I need to read things that have good language, that will help me improve my language. As an alternative way, what you can do is, you can also start watching some nice documentaries and interviews that have English subtitles. That will also help you improve your language when it comes to idioms, phrases, the way things are used. Okay, but Reading is like an absolute must if you are targeting 99 plus something in CAT 2026. So what are you going to do now? How should you start? See, you still have a lot of time. Still क्या बोले तो अभी तो शुरुआत ही है. So you can go slow. Unlike those students who actually wake up 3 months before CAT, 4 months before CAT, and then they try to cram everything. Then what happens? The students feel, I don't have enough time for reading. So let the teacher say that I'm supposed to read. I'm not going to read. I'm just going to focus on CAT RC passages and questions and lectures and everything, and I'll get away with it. Even those students cannot. कौन से students can get away? People who have been avid readers all their lives. People who have been library goers and fiction readers since their childhood. Those people can get away without actually doing the daily reading thing. मैं तो फिर भी कहती हूँ, still you need to read. Okay, even for those students. But what I'm saying is, those students can still say that ठीक है, मैंने ना इतनी reading नहीं की, daily reading नहीं की, फिर भी I got a good score. So you'll get to know later that that person had always been a voracious reader. Okay, but for most of the students who don't have that palette over here, the English palette, you really need to give your brain some chara, some food, some English. For that, I just have put together these 6 points. Get started with these. Okay, I'm not going to pressurize you. You don't need to take sweat because you have a lot of time. Begin early, go slow and steady. वो याद है कछुआ और खरगोश वाली कहानी? थोड़ा सा steady. Something like done at a very steady pace can take you a long way. Okay, so the first thing is what? Read 30 minutes daily. Okay, I am not saying 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, because that is going to make you bored. So anything that you do excess is going to bore you. That's why I always say start with 30 minutes. Many of you don't have that love for reading. You don't have the desire anywhere for reading. You have to first develop that. How do you do that? 30 minutes daily. Do not start with philosophy. You'll start hating such texts. Start with something that you like. Some easy topic, some genre that you're comfortable with, maybe science. maybe geography, maybe a little bit of psychology. Okay, only if you're comfortable with that. So maybe you like Bollywood. I'm telling you, maybe Bollywood, maybe interiors, home interiors. Google pe jao, look for some nice magazines, some nice sites that give you stuff on movies, that give you stuff on interiors. And those sites should not be blogs. Blogs are an absolute no-no if you're trying to improve your language. Okay, so those sites should be written by good authors. Like I remember very well, there's a magazine called Inside Out that gives you like a lot of interior ka details. If you're interested, you can just look that up. It has beautiful language. Hoga kya isse? You will slowly develop that love for reading. You will feel, okay. I mean, you'll start looking forward to reading. That is number one. Okay, and try to take this, try to give yourself this as a daily dose. Maybe Sunday you can cheat. And you'll notice after 1 month, you will feel the urge to read something. Oh, my day is over, but I haven't read something. Let me just check, browse, skim. All right. Second one is read to enjoy and learn. I've already spoken about that. Develop that as a habit that will take you a long way. I mean, I do that for myself. Whenever I start doing something, I try to tell myself the ambition, the goal that is connected with that. So if you try to be a horse with blinkers and you try to say, oh, this reading is only for CAT 2026 ka 4 passages, aur kya karna hai mujhe? You will not be very motivated. You will say, oh, it's only 4 passages. I can do like maybe, 300 RC passages ka practice and I'll be able to crack CAT. You can start thinking that way. But I'm telling you, keep some bigger goals in mind. That will help motivate you. In this case, you can tell yourself, hey Rajat, you need to read. Why? Because this reading is going to help you in your interviews. You will be able to speak and think on various topics. Till now, those topics were unknown to you. You can slip in these points in your conversations and sound a little intelligent. These topics will stay with you. These concepts and reading points will stay with you even beyond your CAT cracking interview and test. So when you reach the actual IIM, when you mix with the cream of the crop over there, you would need to present yourself in a nice way. Just imagine moving around with those nice people over there and you don't have anything to contribute. You cannot join a conversation because they're talking about maybe utopia. They are talking about something called globalization and migration. You have nothing to contribute. You get the point? So always look at the big picture. Do not miss the forest for the trees. Forest pe nazar rakho, sab kuch acha lagega aapko. All right. So this Scientific American and Smithsonian are 2 very moderate level sources where you can start your reading. Just go to Google Scientific American and alag dusre window pe khol ke Smithsonian. Scientific American can ask you for a reading subscription, but then I'm sure you all know a lot of hacks which will enable you to read freely on these sources. Go to these sources, look up some nice topics. It's not necessary that you have to read an entire article. Not necessary. You start reading one article, you get the gist, move out. Go to another article. All right. Then GMAT Club passages. Since we are talking of free repository over here, this is a very good free repository. This is there on Google. Just go to GMAT Club. Type over there GMAT Club. It will give you a repository of nice passages and they are layered. 500 level, 600 level, 700 essay. Various levels you will find. Do not start with the most difficult ones. I'm a stud. मैं तो start यहीं से करूँगा. नहीं. You will get bored. Go to the lowest level. There will be various genre. Humanities, science, literature. बहुत सारे हैं. Okay. Pick what you want. And then work your way up to other genre. You need to diversify. If you like science, do not stick to science. Very soon you will get into a comfort zone and your brain will not be used to some other stuff. If you are reading, do not stick to only one source. Scientific American bola hai to ab sirf wahi karna hai, not necessary. Give yourself various sources so that your brain gets that exercise. All right. So GMAT club passages, maybe you can just read one passage every day. No need to solve those passages, just reading. That's enough. We are talking about how to build your reading habit, an unbeatable, unmatched, dawn type ka reading habit. Enlist concepts and terms. Oh, this works like magic. While reading, I'm sure you'll come across various words that are alien and some concepts. कॉन्सेप्ट्स जैसे मैंने अभी आपको बोला ग्लोबलाइजेशन, यूटोपिया, डिस्टोपिया, मार्क्सिज्म, कैपिटलिज्म, सोशलिज्म, ये सब है क्या? You come across these points, okay? Instead of chasing just words, chase these concepts and kind of start making a repository. Maybe you can just open a word file and start noting these. And try to do your reading on these terms and concepts. Like if I come across Marxism somewhere in my article, and let's say I don't know what Marxism is, I would go to Google or ChatGPT and say, hey ChatGPT, can you give me a nice article on Marxism? Can you explain it first? Can you give me some countries that follow Marxism? Can you give me some leaders that followed Marxism? What exactly is Marxism? ChatGPT is going to do सारी वो चीजें जो हुक्म मेरे आका बोल करके जीनी की तरह वो देगा आपको सब कुछ. आपने खाली उसको यूज करना है, टेक्नोलॉजी को to your advantage. So, my dear folks, these are the 6 points that will help you get the ball rolling for your CAT 2026 VARC prep. Reading. That takes you a long way. Reading is an absolute delight. It is a hathiyar that's going to make you more confident of yourself. It's going to show you the world. It's going to open windows and open your eyes. It will help you broaden your horizons. Get started today. And for more, come over to my classroom. You really won't regret coming over and learning VARC with me. चलिए चलती हूँ. Bye bye.